Oh, hello! Welcome back. Tim Ostendorf here with all things Joan Sutherland, baritone and innkeeper, and Joan Sutherland lover. Although the last few videos I didn't actually play Joan Sutherland, and so today I'm here with a little Joan Sutherland. So a couple of videos ago, I mentioned what a strange couple months it had been because people like, Robin Williams and Joan Rivers and Carlo Bergonzi and Christina Dorticum had passed away, so there were some operatically related deaths, and you know, so it'd been a couple strange things going. Anyway, so as I was reviewing that, I was pissed at myself that I didn't mention that somebody also from the classical music world, very important and also kind of important in my life in a weird sort of way, was Christopher Hogwood, very, very famous conductor, very big in the music, early music movement and things like that. Had passed away, and so I thought it would be a good way to combine my Joan Sutherland and tribute to Christopher Hogwood. And so, and do you like, I have a little pocket square there, and so, having a little coffee in my memory lane cup. I think I was having a Blue Heaven cup of coffee a couple of days ago or something, and I had mentioned that. And so this was the red. This is probably even more popular than the other, that your grandmother probably got for a couple of pennies every time she went to the grocery store, the A&P or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, Christopher Hogwood. So strange connection. He had just taken over H&H and Handel and Heinz Society. If you don't know the code word H&H, and I had just started school at BU at Boston University back in '86, and he had just taken over H&H as the artistic director and primary conductor and things like that. And so I did get to meet the gentleman at a party, at a soiree one evening. I think for some strange reason, I think it was the first date I had with somebody who took me to this kind of, I think it was after a concert, or maybe it was after a rehearsal or something, and Mr. Hogwood did offer me some champagne. I had just turned 18, I was practically still jailbait, but I'd never worked with him. That was really the shortest little connection I ever had with him. But did see him conduct many times. There was a great concert that Arlene Auger did at Symphony Hall that he conducted. Another wonderful soprano. So anyway, I thought I would play a little Joan Sutherland singing the title role of Athalia in Handel's oratorio. And what's interesting about this is that of course, Joan Sutherland, who did sing a lot of Handel, wasn't known as an early music type singer, and so but it includes things like, or it includes singers like Emma Kirkby, who was that very straight-toned, no vibrato, and really big in that kind of era. People like who else? David Thomas is on there. I'm thinking, who else was on that? Look at the CD case, Tim. Oh, David Thomas. And so Anthony Rolfe Johnson is on here, who then went on to do not just obviously early music. I believe he was the tenor. He was the Peter Grimes in the version of Peter Grimes I saw at the Met. And so to bring it all back around, when I got to meet Sutherland, that I've talked about before, at the Britten Peers School back in 1985, Anthony Rolfe Johnson had come in to sit in on one of the classes, and he had met the students when we were all having tea one afternoon, and I'm pretty sure he had been yeah, because I remember the friends I was with, we said, that we had really enjoyed his portrayal of Peter Grimes or whatever. And I'm pretty sure Renee Fleming was the Ellen Orford in that production. Actually, I'm positive it was, and that probably would have been 93, 94, something like that. So this recording, which was done in May, I think, of '85, so it was the year before he took over H&H and had come to Boston. So he was even stranger. He, when I first met him in '86, was the same age that I am now. And so my forever ebbing youth, my distant path. There's a strange connection with this gentleman who just passed away at the age of 73. Now, Sutherland was 58 when this was recorded. Of course, we all talk about her mushy diction and things like that. So I will read the... so as she plays Athalia, she was the daughter of Jezebel and King somebody so-and-so, and she was going to kill off the Jewish line of kings and have everyone praise Baal or B-A-A-L, Baal, Baal. I've heard it pronounced both ways, but I think it's Baal. And like in that Mendelssohn oratorio, Baal, we cry to thee. What's that? You know, that one. But anyway, but anyway, she gets, you know, the rightful heir gets on the throne or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, she has this sort of vengeance aria. It's actually in English. It was an oratorio way back in 1733. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to look it up. But anyway, so my vengeance awakes me, compassion forsakes me, all softness and mercy away. My foes with confusion shall find their illusion and tremble before me today. Hello, Joan Sutherland. Christopher Hogwood conducting, recording, released in 1986, done in 1985. Here we go. Love Handel, love it. Just love the bouncy rhythms and how the orchestra kind of answers back and forth. Oh, love it. Oh, here we go. Oh, now here we go. Sorry.
My vengeance awaits me, compassion forsakes me. Compassion forsakes me. Oh, softness and mercy away. Compassion forsakes me. Oh, softness away. Away, away. Away, softness and mercy away, away.
I just love that bouncy and that reminded me, I think it was a friend of mine who was when reminiscing and making Facebook posts about Hogwood and stuff on and one of her favorite memories was him conducting Messiah and the big trumpet, the trumpet shall sound, and him doing it in just this big one. And I just thought, I just love the idea of that, just this big, the trumpet shall sound, and then just this wonderful, just he would kind of just let the musicians do their thing, and I just love the idea of that. So, excuse me. Back to Sutherland. But yeah, just I'll try not to get choked up. It just reminds me of all those years ago, and what a wonderful time that was to be a student in Boston all those years ago. I don't know if you can see that. So there's Sutherland, there's Hogwood, there's Rolf Johnson, that's David Thomas. James Bowman, he's in there too. Anyway, I just love, don't you love Sutherland's stance? Look at the way she's standing. Workmanlike, kind of like, all right, let's get back to the recording. Quick, take the picture. I got another aria to sing. Come on. Love that. Love it. Oh, B section. Her trill still in good shape, of course. Tremble, adding in some trills. Let's do the beginning section again, shall we? it is such a difference to hear her voice on this type of recording where the texture is so transparent and lighter than you're used to hearing with her voice. A little ornamentation. I mean, some people don't like these later recordings because her voice has gotten a little thicker, as we say. She was 58 and you know, had been singing obviously for quite a while. I still love the sound, and it's such a different sound to have on this recording in particular. But I still think, I mean, the trill's still in place. The diction's okay, but still that's just the richness and fullness of the voice. And it's never been the most beautiful voice, but I always find it very expressive, regardless of what some of you may think, that she's just some singing canary without any thought behind it. Excuse me. But I still find it quite lovely. So there. Although I do think her ornament could have been a little more interesting and exciting. It's mostly just a few roulades and runs in here or there, but I still love it. But I wish she had really just like gone crazy and maybe had Bonning come in and help her. And to me, it's a little flat. Like, I think she could have just gone wild, I tell you, wild. Bonus points if you get any kind of connection what movie I was just quoting from that. You're wild! Oh, and just for the heck of it, just to hear I think this goes right into a recitative with Emma Kirkby singing. And so just a real quick little bit of Emma Kirkby just as a comparison. I faint, I die. Really? No, I actually like Emma Kirkby. I have a recording of her doing Mozart arias, which I love. I love it, love it, love it. And it's also another connection because she was such a big, prominent singer of that time. And like I have the Hogwood's recording of the Messiah and things like that. And so anyway, so that was a little Joan Sutherland doing Handel with Hogwood conducting in honor of a great conductor who really had a major impact on the early music scene, and kind of an impact on me when I was a young tot of 18 years old. And so Tim Ostendorf from the Inn at Crystal Lake in Eaton, New Hampshire, signing off. Oh, I'm supposed to, where's Monty? Monty, are you here? You see, he's over in the chair. Hello, Monty, say hello. I've got to clean this place. I got books and CDs all. Monty, come on, say hello. That's right. He's such a good boy, huh? You're like, you just woke me up again. You stop it, Dad. It's not funny. Oh, you look tired. I'm sorry. Okay, go back to bed. Anyway, till next time, signing off again. And I'm still learning this new laptop that I've got, so hopefully I can make it all work the way it should. Good night. Goodbye. Actually, good night. It is getting kind of late. I gotta go to bed. I gotta hit the right button.